My name is Michael Riddell. I'm an associate professor here in the School of Kinesiology and Health Science, and my research interests have to do with exercise, stress, and diabetes metabolism. We've got a number of studies, everything from the cell level to gross human physiology, looking at how stress hormones affect metabolism. One of our recent papers has shown that regular exercise in a model of type 1 diabetes, insulin-dependent diabetes, is really beneficial for skeletal muscle growth and function. Another study that we've recently completed looks at how stress hormones affect the body's ability to mobilize fat as a fuel, both at rest and during exercise. And then finally, we've participated in a study looking at how having type 1 diabetes affects low blood sugar and high blood sugar during an exercise sports camp, and that's here at York University done in the summer on children with type 1 diabetes. Well, here in the School of Kinesiology and Health Science, I'm the graduate program director, so I'm in charge of all the graduate applications and graduate students who are here doing studies in the variety of disciplines that we have in our program. I also enjoy teaching in the first year in Introduction to Health and Fitness. It's a really fun class with a large student body that allows me to talk about all the things that I find fascinating about exercise, nutrition, and health. In our lab, we usually take on 2 to 3 volunteers every term. They're typically senior kinesiology students or biology students interested in stress and diabetes, and they come into the lab and they help with some of the experiments that we're conducting, blood sampling, running different assays. They also help to keep the lab organized and tidy. Of course, they have to wash some dishes sometimes. But overall, it's a great experience for us because it gets some of the bright kinesiology students in our lab, and it gives them a bit of an introduction to the types of studies that we do. When I meet potential applicants for grad school, I look to see if they really are enthusiastic about research and whether they have a sort of a 3-year plan on what they want to execute with respect to a research study. And if it's related to exercise and diabetes or stress and diabetes, chances are I can find a home for them here in the lab. So they have to have good grades academically, but more than that, they need to be committed to discovering something new and to be enthusiastic about it. Come to work every day with that excitement, that enthusiasm that I do and my grad students do when we come to work. So the last 4 summers, I've ran this sports camp for youth with type 1 diabetes. These are kids who are between the ages of 9 to 14. They come on campus and they are partnered with exceptional coaching staff at the Tate McKenzie Center and some peer mentors to help them better prepare themselves for their lives with type 1 diabetes and being physically active. And more recently, the university has profiled this on a university YouTube video that talks a little bit about knowledge translation. What are the studies we do that help these young kids, and what do we learn from these young kids when they come on campus with a diagnosis of type 1 diabetes? So it'd be great to share that with you. One of the most fascinating things we've stumbled upon in the last couple of months, in fact, is that just a little bit of stress hormone, if combined with a high-fat diet, really promotes diabetes development, at least in animal models of the disease. We discovered that just within days, in fact, you have fatty liver, whole body insulin resistance, and the animal develops a high blood sugar. So we have a new model of type 2 diabetes it's interesting, I think, for students because they can start to realize that stress and a poor diet together can really induce a bad metabolic phenotype, which is quite dangerous for health.